And hello, welcome in. This is Maggie, and we're playing More Talented today. And today we'll play with a wizard who uses powerful spells to decimate enemies. Basic attacks can be weak though. And the skills work with magic points that regenerate over time. It's basically a mana system. And it's pretty interesting. I've previously played with a fireball, which is pretty fun. Deals 10 damage and applies burning. Aside from that, there's also the cyclone ability, which deals damage and drags enemies back. Could be quite interesting, but for now, let's do the standard stuff. Good, Mastery 5. I haven't played too much here. Just one run, so this might be kind of difficult. We'll see. And yeah, I really enjoyed talking during the other run. And it's a very chill game, you know. The conveyor belt of doom over here lends itself quite nicely to just chatting a little bit. Took some damage. Use a spell. Oof. Nearly dead. Nearly dead already. Alright, we get 4 talent points. Survive a night with 5 HP remaining. That was a close call indeed. That's an achievement right there. Reduce the cooldown of abilities by 5%. Sounds pretty darn great. We're gonna get some more experience over here. There's a mystery talent up ahead. We can get more mana regeneration or ability power up and experience. Let's go with the extra experience while we're here. And head on out. Hopefully this helps us out a little bit here, getting the cooldown reduction and everything. We already took 5 damage right there. And our range kind of sucks. Gonna use my ability right there to deal with the tankier enemy. The pumpkin. And lovely. When it comes together, your abilities and attacks basically tend to hit multiple enemies at once, which is pretty nice. Lovely. Survived that quite well. Just gonna take the ability damage up. We got Arcane Orbs. Create an orb that permanently orbits you. Additionally, your abilities power strengthen your orbs. Alrighty, up there we get Evocation. Whenever you cast a spell, you reduce the cooldown of other spells that are on cooldown by 2 seconds. That seems pretty darn good. For now, though, I'm gonna get the cooldown reduction as well as the attack speed right there. And yeah, look, there's orbitals. The archer also has an orbital kind of power with abilities that cause the arrows to orbit around you, and they basically vanish after the first hit, you know? Which is pretty nice. Still. And there's a lot of very interesting builds in this game, in my opinion. Definitely need more attack speed though. Already looking quite low here. Here we are. Attack those. Lovely. Just gonna use our abilities whenever we can. I would love to get some more mana regeneration. Right now we're sitting at 5 mana points. And our ability uses 10. Okay, some more experience. Magic up. More experience, mystery talent. What is this one? Insight, gain 15% more experience on kill with abilities. Very good. And some mana regeneration. Increases the rate by 12%. So the time between magic points regeneration ticks regenerating 5 mana minimum is 1 second. So it takes 8.8 seconds to get 5 mana. Orbs, number of orbs you control, maximum is 50. Orb damage, and there's our attack damage and our ability power, which, you know, our abilities deal 150% damage, so 50% extra damage basically so far. Also have 20% extra experience. Our attack speed is still pretty low, so hoping to get that sorted out soon. Over here we get more experience, so we're gonna go for these and then get evocation. Although evocation doesn't do much for us at the moment, you know, we just want to get lots of experience. And yeah, there's basically different builds for all the different characters. And last time we did a crit build with the archer, which was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed that. Get some extra experience there through killing enemies with abilities. Oof. Never hit. Kill that one with the, like, after weakening it with the orb. Take care of that. Get hit to the right. I should have used my ability there instead of attacking, just for some extra experience, but it doesn't matter. We still get the level up, so that's all good. Efficacy. Gain 15% more experience from killing enemies with any status effect on them. Could be very good. We got some attack speed as well, which is going to help us a great deal. Again, we don't have any abilities at the moment. Up there is the lightning bolt, though. Shoot a piercing lightning bolt in a target direction, dealing 8 damage and applying shock to all enemies, which basically stuns them. That said, gonna go for the mana regeneration right there. So it now takes 7 seconds to regenerate 5 mana. Because, again, evocation doesn't do much for us, not to mention that we can't afford it. We're starting to see some elites now. That's lots of damage. We might die here. Yeah. It's the first time I've died in a run. There's a lot of enemies. Do they just come at me all at once now? Class progress. We got some class experience and mastery bonus. Magic up or abilities gain 50% more damage to enemies. That seems pretty darn good. Okay, let's try again, you know? Let's first get to the main menu. Play. Begin the run. I don't think we need the maximum mana. Let's go for cyclone abilities, you know? Which drags them further. Same mana cost, same cooldown, but it doesn't apply burning and it does less damage. But it drags enemies back a bunch. So that's pretty good. With that said, we're back. Take some damage right there. So big heart seems to be 10 damage. 10 HP. The small heart is 5 HP. That's good to know. Oh, that seems really good. And like, it does damage too. Alright. But yeah, when it comes to different systems for classes and everything, I like it when there's like a pie chart for what a character can do, or a class rather. Ooh, efficacy again. We don't have any status effects right now, but we got some extra experience, attack speed, and ability power damage. Ability power. Now we deal 7 damage. Very good. I like that it reflects immediately. That said, Spooters. I like it when there is sort of a like a pie chart. What does this class do? What can it not do, etc., you know? So we've got weak basic attacks, but very powerful abilities that we're incentivized to attack because of our weak attacks. That said, the game doesn't let you break out of that, so to speak. You know, you can't get high crit or high attack damage on the wizard here. And I believe that that's a good thing, because it makes it less fluent. Doorbell up. Create 2 orbs that permanently orbit you. Seems pretty good. And some experience right there as well. Up there we get super effective. Whenever a status effect is applied to an enemy from any source, they take 5. And 3 times ability power damage. Cool. Frost Nova and talent package, which makes it so that a certain talent package that we've discovered takes over an area, so we definitely want to work towards that. But yeah, we've got now 2 orbs. Okay, I can't use my mouse. Knock that one into the orb. Can't use my mouse to attack. That would have been quite interesting. Leveled up yet again. Should have maybe saved that cyclone. But it's fine. Straight Flush. Gain 15% bonus ability damage for each ability learned. Oh, that seems pretty darn good. I'm gonna get this mystery one. It's gonna be max mana. I'm gonna take super effective, even though we can't really do much with it at the moment. But Frostbite. We can apply Frostbite with Frost Nova soonish. So let's look forward to that. Aside from that, there's also gonna be 2 experience nodes over here that I want to grab too, if possible. But yeah, I like it when there's sort of this archetype, you know, that you can like go for. And in a lot of roguelikes, you know, I love it when games keep the core combat systems very, very simple. Like in this game, or in Risk of Rain, or in Isaac, or in Hades. It's sort of simple, in my opinion. And because of that, you can go for very specific things with your builds, which adds to the fun, you know? Oh, this synergizes quite well. Oh, this synergizes less well, and stuff like that. You figure it out, and that's pretty cool. I like that a lot in games. With that said, this game features also a summoner class I've seen like in the trailer. So looking forward to seeing how that goes. I like it when games have like... Gonna go for this. 4 science. Learn faster and bend the rules of a talent tree. Gain more orbs and power them up. Set the world on fire. Let's go. Setting the world on fire. Blaze Wand. Over here we've got Flame On. Burning. Deals additional 3 damage per second. Blaze Wand. Your basic attacks have a 12% chance to fire an additional blazing bolt that applies burning. Let's go with that for now, then get Flame On over here, the blazing bolt again, and then we can go for Disco Inferno. Burning explosion damage is increased by ability power. Enemies hit by a burning explosion also have burning applied to them. Deals 1 damage per second and causes a target to explode on death, dealing 3 damage to nearby enemies. And that's gonna work pretty well with super effective over here. Would it take more damage? So this could go really, really well. Figured I would go for that because... Ah, I see. It just shoots at the same time. Gotcha. kind of wish I had the fireball ability, but at the same time, you know, surviving was pretty difficult as is, you know. I don't think the fireball would have helped us all that much in this one, even though it would have been nice to have. Yeah, I like it when there's a very specific thing that classes do, and then you can add subclasses or archetypes that essentially change that in a way, you know? It's pretty nice. I like it a lot. Lodges will now appear. Oh no. There we go. Take the experience and the blazing wand. We'll go for flame on and blaze wand later, and then we can move our way up to this and the meteor. Meteor applies that stuff as well. Backtrack, reduce the cooldown of all other abilities by 8 seconds. Oh, that seems pretty good. Unsure if we'll go for Frost Nova, but it could be interesting. So for now, I'm gonna work towards getting the chance for fire up a bit more. Nice. On the right, on the left side of our character, you can see, by the way, whenever the abilities proc, like the passive effects. Ooh, chain explosion. Because again, the explosion lights enemies on fire, and they take damage from that. There we go. In MMOs, I typically really enjoy necromancer-style classes that summon a lot of things and basically have this power fantasy attached to them that is all about... Wait, cooldown. Where's the meteor? I called down the meteor, didn't I? Did I not call down a meteor? I'm confused. Push those back. Take care of these smaller enemies right here. Ah, now it worked. I don't know why it didn't work earlier, but it's fine. Early access. Oh. There we go. But yeah, specific archetypes like summoners. I feel like Loop Hero, for instance, does the summoner stuff quite interestingly, where you either go for something like high attack speed and make them attack quite often, or a shield build that is kind of tanky, or summoning as many as possible, or going for specific, like stronger skeletons or higher quality ones. And I found that quite enjoyable, honestly. Let's go with that. Ethereal Knowledge. On level up, you create 2 elemental sprites and random lines. Is a helper that deals 3 damage and applies a random status effect. Ooh, that pairs really well with the stuff we've got going on already. I'm gonna get those experience points while I'm here, and also get the mana regeneration up. And we're heading into number 8 of night number 8. Sometimes, by the way, these meteors and stationary objects just hang around even after the night is over, which appears to be a bug, but hey, at least it doesn't seem intended. But it is what it is, you know, can't be helped. Oh no, game gets a bit easier for me. Then again, sometimes it also just doesn't work, it seems. Some abilities. At least for Meteor. Was that the elemental helper? That was cute as heck. Yep, there we go. Those elemental helpers. But yeah, archetypes. I like this a lot. Applying shocked seems really good, but getting there without learning an ability is going to be difficult. Let's get mana regen up and experience up right there, as well as ability power. It's going to come in quite handy. And yeah, what I was going to say was, let's summon these. To kind of shield us. Oh, look at him go. Little rocky boy. He's just a little guy. But yeah, what I wanted to say was there's different archetypes that I find very, very satisfying. Personally, I like stuff that works with damage over time effects, you know, in games. Like poison and bleed effects, etc. I like it when archers, for instance, get to shoot super fast but weaker attacks in itself. But I also like the idea of the sniper that from a long distance gets to shoot very slowly but for a lot of damage, you know? I find that quite enjoyable. There's a lot of different stuff. I know that a lot of people enjoy the tank playstyle in games. I love being an enchanter, going for like healing and shielding allies, buffing them up, etc. I love that in Monster Hunter, for instance. There's the Ringo. Magical Hat. Learn a random nearby rare talent. Sounds fun. Maybe I need to be a bit careful to not use the attack at the same time as the ability, possibly. Maybe that's why it stops sometimes. And doesn't actually cast the ability. And I wonder sometimes if an archetype, you know... I've played a lot of Heroes of the Storm, and I really did enjoy the specialist playstyle, you know, which are characters that kind of are just there for the sake of sieging. And yeah, the meteor didn't work again because I turned around too quickly and stuff like that. But yeah, sieging and lane control, that sort of stuff, really enjoyed that. But I didn't enjoy all the characters, you know, just only enjoyed certain characters like Zul and Arbiter. Arbiter being from StarCraft and Zul being from, I believe, Diablo or World of Warcraft? Probably Diablo, who's like a necromancer who summons a lot of skeletons and stuff like that. I really enjoyed that. Arbiter summons also like small guys. That was the rarest. Okay, it's fine. Echomancy. Whenever you cast an ability, it will cast a second time after a short delay with no cost. Fireball, 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 fireball. That sounds really, really cool. Gonna go for this though. We might go for that later. Honestly, let's go for it now. That's another 30% ability power. But yeah, I really enjoyed that character, Zul, who basically would summon a bunch of creatures and was pretty cool. Zul was pretty cool. Oh my god. It rhymes. Mushrooms. I haven't seen the mushroom enemies yet. Like so far at all. That's quite interesting to see. Alright. There you go. Take care of the enemies up there. Does it say something about possibly failing? No. Okay. I guess the highest point for us would be up this way. Untamed knowledge. Could be pretty good, so I'm just gonna go for it. 15% chance on level up to cast a random ability with no magic cost. Can activate a maximum of once every 0.5 seconds. So that's pretty good. Meaning we can summon like more meteors. Possibly. But yeah, I don't know. I like stuff in games, but I also don't like certain things. Like in some MMOs I've played, I didn't enjoy the healers too much, even though I'm generally more of a support kind of guy. In games in Monsanto, I really liked how the Horn just was able to dish out damage despite being primarily a support weapon. I found that really, really enjoyable. All the more I was disappointed how they butchered the Horn in Rise, but I really liked the switch axe in Monsanto Rise. And I hope that Monsanto Wild will also like build upon that. Maybe continue the trend of, ooh, cast a meteor right there. Cast a little spell for me. Brilliant. Just a little guy. Whatever. I hope it continues the trend. Like, there's certain weapons that are quite a lot of fun, and there aren't too many ranged options, in my opinion. Or at least not enough, in my opinion. Let's go up here. Ethereal knowledge. And got even more. It's more elemental sprites, which is interesting in my opinion. I'm gonna go for the experience up over here. Which should bring us up to 165% extra experience. That's cool. But yeah, I hope that Monster Hunter Wild builds upon that. Maybe introducing a new weapon that is sort of ranged. Like a whip. Whip it real good. A whip could be really fun. And maybe making the bowgun something that you just merge it into one and then specialize into different things, like a medium, a light, a heavy bowgun, or something more sniper-esque, you know, that is high damage but very slow attack and reload and stuff like that, you know. Could be quite interesting, especially since there appears to be, at least based on trailers, you know, you can watch the trailer. It's gonna come out in 2025 at the end, which is much sooner than I honestly expected. But yeah, I took damage somewhere. Or did I simply take that much damage at the start of a night? There you go. But in the trailers, there appears to be like, you basically kind of have like equipment with you and you can switch between two different weapons. On your Palamute looking thing, Palamute bird. Made it seem as if you had like the choice of like bringing a ranged weapon with you on top of your... There we go. Echomancy costs 5 points, that's a lot. Efficacy, it's gonna be very, very good. Orbs over here as well as ethereal knowledge. Gonna go for those the next few nights. Look at those double casts. And it works on level ups too, I believe. Possibly. I'm not sure. But it would be cool if it worked on level ups too. I want to see those synergies in the game. Ah, 2 meteors. Very nice. Because what's better than 1 meteor? 2 meteors. Of course. That's a lot of spirits that we're summoning. But yeah, with that in mind, it's looking like a pretty strong run, you know. We don't have much HP at all. We're sitting at 45 total. But maybe we can correct that later on. Nice, and if we turn fast enough, we get to also... Ooh, Burn Baby Burn. Cost 50 explosions with the burning status effects in a single run. That seems pretty darn good. Very cool achievement. But yeah, if we turn fast enough, we can redirect the Echo thing. So knowledge power. Increase the experience granted by all experience gems on the floor by 50%. Ooh, that's interesting. I like it. Also, just unlocking that ability will enable us to also get more stuff. A level up, gain 1 basic attack damage until the end of the night. Yeah, it's fair, but... Gonna go for this. 4 science, the nucleus, or in your element. Create elemental sprites and upgrade them. Huh. Let's go with that because it seems fun. Ooh, what is that? Awakening. Create 7. 2 times ability power. Elemental sprites in random lanes. Maximum is 20 sprites. Okay. Geomancy. All elemental sprites take an additional hit and move 15% slower. That's really good, actually. Ethereal Calling. Whenever you use an ability, you create an elemental sprite in a random lane. Alignment. Elemental sprites have a 12% chance to apply Burning, Frostbite, Shocked, and Wounded. So all of them at the same time. Fantastic. And they're like in a lot of spots where we've already been. So that's pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and... Can't unlock that just yet. Can just unlock this for now. Is that just permanent? I believe it just increases our experience gain as a whole, you know, which pairs quite well with our elemental sprites and stuff. Apply 4 status effects to the same enemy. All or nothing. Achievement. Yeah, I don't know. For whatever reason, the first cast failed there. Okay, that worked out well. The extra attack speed feels so good on the wizard. But yeah, power fantasies. Very good. I like that. And I hope that once into Wild will introduce some more ranged options, you know, to go with the whole hunting out in the wild, scavenging for food, etc. kind of fantasy, you know? It's a fantasy game after all, you know? That's something I wish to see, if possible. And, yeah. Let's see, where were we at? Stuff to unlock, places to see. Let's go with ability power, because that's guaranteed to be something good. This could be anything, you know? Could be also something that we don't want. I mean, not that we don't want anything, like the common talents are pretty basic. We talked about that already. Gonna go for the extra orbs here. This costs 2. Which, you know, is a thing. Ethereal Calling. Let's do that. and go on to the next night. Night number 16. We're sitting at a lot of levels. There we go. And now we send out a bunch of elementals again. And we do so whenever we cast as well. But it doesn't seem to work with the echo, which makes sense, you know, because that would be pretty darn strong. We're going to keep using our experience spells so that we gain bonus experience. Lovely. Okay, that worked out. Honestly, the meteor seems pretty strong, so I wouldn't mind if it actually didn't work half the time. Something like that, you know, if that was intended. But I wish that they would at least, like, clarify that in the ability description, you know? If that's a thing. For chance to fail, sometimes there is just no meteor to be called, you know? Yeah, rambly. What am I... what was I getting at? Oh yeah, Monster Hunter. Yeah, I don't know. I would love to see more. Verticality, more mobility, etc., you know? A lot of people dislike that about Monster Hunter Rise, but I really enjoyed it, honestly. Making weapons more viable and not necessarily easier because enemies hit harder. Or at least felt like it. Felt like they did. But yeah. We've got a few talent points, so we're just gonna unlock Ethereal Knowledge and Arcane Orbs again. Then we could go for Efficacy over here. Let's go for that next time. More experience when we kill stuff. We now have 5 orbs. Huzzah! Look at how many things we're getting on level up. And there's so many sprites. There's a level up as well. I love this. This is very cool. I can't imagine what the summoner is actually like. The summoner class that comes after the barbarian. We might unlock it soonish, but like if that, this is just the wizard, you know. Absolutely obliterating enemies right here. It could also be that we've hit our maximum of meteors, but I don't think so. I don't think so. Because it doesn't tell me that there's a maximum, you know, that it doesn't tell me that there's a cap or anything like that. Evocation. There we go, more orbs. More orbs, very good. More experience. Evocation seems pretty interesting because it reduces the cooldown. Let's get this ethereal knowledge over here. Then get efficacy over here as well. And could go for just some more experience over here and here, which could be fairly good. Might as well just do that. Honestly, we're plenty strong as is. Got lots of orbs too. You know, that's 8 orbs total. Right? Yeah. And now I'm just gonna be waiting. I also need to move the cursor away. Let's turn up the speed a little bit. Look at him go. No, that time it worked, actually. I wonder why it doesn't work sometimes. Definitely seems like a bug, or maybe there's a chance, actually, that it fails. But again, communicate that. Developers, please. Blocks a lane, deals 25 damage, and applies burning to an enemy that hit it. Very good. 13 talent points. Fantastic. Get some more mana regen. Got double up. I'm gonna go for it. Also gives us some attack speed right here. Then we can head over here for some health and experience. Don't care about the attack speed too much. Gonna get the ethereal calling. Straight flush right there, which is gonna give us another 60% extra. I believe that's our third straight flush, so that's 60, 120, 180 extra experience insight. Very nice. That's more experience right there as well. Illuminate. Increase experience gained by 10%. Double the light provided by purchased talents. That's an interesting one. Not that it matters too much since next night is our last night, but hey, looking forward to just getting anything. Oh my god. Look at him go. All the sprites. But spamming like this is actually not amazing for a mana household. We do regenerate every 2 seconds. We regenerate 5 mana. To be fair. Okay, we should attack. Our attack speed is also looking pretty good here. I wonder if the meteors only work on the side lanes and not the top and bottom lane. That's fine. For now. Got some attack speed right there. More attack speed right here as well. Well, this is the last night, so let's get this ethereal knowledge. Untamed knowledge. But stuff like this is pretty cool, you know? On level up, you have a 50% chance to fire a random ability with no mana cost, you know? Which is really interesting, because we also have the echo ability, we also have, like, that fires a second ability, etc. And the sprites that work with ability casts. And I'm not sure if the synergy is in the game or has been removed, but that is something that I find very, very interesting when, because of this over here, the Untamed Knowledge essentially makes it so that you fire a random ability, and you've got the Echo ability that whenever you fire an ability, you fire a second one, and then you also have the abilities with the sprites that fire whenever you fire an ability, you know? Stuff like that can be quite interesting in games, and I believe it's better when developers embrace that stuff, you know? There we go, lots of light. Over here would have been another talent package. Look at how bright this thing is. I love it. It looks so pretty too. That said, do we have anything that we can get with 2 points, like in terms of rare talents? I don't think so, right? We get 1 over here, mystery talent, more orbs. Oh, that's cool. And then, honestly, just some ability damage. Sounds pretty darn good. And we're now sitting at 12 orbs. We're gonna activate our experience ability anytime we can, because whenever we do level up, we shoot out some extra abilities, some extra sprites, etc. You know, we want to keep it up. just spam our abilities whenever we can. Just like that, see? We're looking pretty strong here. It's how I've jinxed runs in the past, but I don't think we can really ruin this run all that much. Like, the night is also nearly over. And fantastic, we did it. Unlock the Summoner class and complete a run on Mastery 5 or higher. Green Belt. Power Hungry. Clear the screen with powerful abilities. Or grind them up, level up faster, and power up your attacks? Interesting. Let's go with this one. Power Hungry seems like a very interesting... Let's go with both of them, I guess. Unlocked bonus Mastery level 7. Master level 6 and Summoner class unlocked. Cool. What does the bonus mean there? Summoner conjures powerful creatures to do his bidding, but struggles when fighting alone. Abilities cost magic point. Okay, so that's quite interesting. You know, it's still magic points, but we now conjure creatures. We're weak on our own. Longer nights will be 1 second longer after each night. Interesting. And then we got the Squelcherim. Summon 2 friendly little blobs with 10 health points. They deal double health damage. Or Gigantify. Your next 2 basic summons have double maximum health points and move 25% slower. Which seems also interesting. I'm gonna check this out next time. I hope you enjoyed this. I was rambling for quite a bit there and didn't really get anywhere with any of my thoughts, but essentially what I just mean is I like it when there is a class identity in place and when games not just embrace that but also subvert it, you know, go for different things, you know. What if a mage had a big fat sword, you know? Like in this anime with the Isekai handyman that gets summoned to another world and is literally just a handyman who repairs armor and can lockpick chests and stuff like that. And there's a wizard there with a huge sword, and he just is a wizard with a huge sword, that's all, or a club I believe it was. And then it was another, like, a mage, a dwarven mage who wears heavy armor. And he basically sets himself on fire and then hugs enemies and stuff like that. I like that. I like that in games too, when games embrace that. And it's quite interesting to see where people go with very simple class mechanics. And in that way, Talented is pretty darn nice. Go check it out if you haven't yet. It's on Steam. It's in early access. It costs like $3 or $4. And I'm enjoying it a shitload, you know? So I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you like it, consider leaving a comment. What do you want me to try out next and stuff like that. There's links in the description as well for my blog and my Discord server and my Twitch channel. And yeah, I'm having fun. I hope you're having fun as well. Have a phenomenal rest of your day, evening, night, whatever time zone you're in, and I'll see you around. Bye.